Hello and welcome back to Mortgage Chat. My name's Maria and we're here with the boys from MTGE. Hello, Roger and Neil.
Hi.
Hi.
So very exciting news in the spring budget. So can you tell me, Roger, what was it that really stuck out for you as a positive? Just one thing about the spring budget announcement.
Okay, it's the extension of the stamp duty deadline to end of June, which was amazing.
And Neil?
I'd probably agree, and also the 95% mortgage guarantee scheme.
Okay. And can you tell me a little bit about, so it was announced this new mortgage guarantee scheme. What exactly does that mean, Neil?
Yeah, look, it's really welcome news for the mortgage industry. Before the pandemic, 95% mortgages were pretty much commonplace, but since COVID-19, mortgage lenders have raised the minimum level of deposit required. So you'd have to find at least a 10% deposit. So the new scheme, which starts from next month, April, will allow movers and first-time buyers the opportunity to purchase a property with a minimum 5% deposit. So yeah, it's good news.
And Roger, I hear there's quite a lot of large lenders that are already backing the scheme. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, what's really good is that when it comes to high loan to value markets, lenders tend to run a bit more scared and it costs them a lot more money. So with this scheme, obviously it's guaranteed by the government, so it's better competition. So more lenders join the market, which drives down pricing, which benefits obviously people with a smaller deposit.
So you were saying that it's designed actually to help first-time buyers and second-time buyers, and also would you say for people that really, I suppose, in essence, trying to trade up or take existing equity out of their property?
I would caution that people looking to remortgage on it, because obviously at this moment in time the precise scheme details aren't there, but certainly for buyers it certainly helps them with a smaller deposit. And the advantage with this scheme, it's actually open properly to the second-hand market and not the new build market, because of course the new build market has helped to buy on it.
So boys, you know I love to do a good pros and cons. So we're going to do a pros and cons. I can't speak. We're going to do a pros and cons. And this week, Neil, just on this scheme, I want you to do the pros, and Roger, you get to do the cons. Are you ready?
No.
Ready? Go, Neil.
Yeah, it makes home ownership more accessible to people with lower deposits.
Con.
Slightly higher interest rate than perhaps you're expecting.
Available on properties up to 600,000.
Con.
The actual credit score is a little bit tighter than a normal credit score.
Ooh, pro.
It's not only restricted to new build properties like Help to Buy, as Roger already mentioned.
Con. Oh.
We're running out of cons. So there we go. I guess that means that Neil's probably won that one, and that's oh no, I can't live with this.
Brilliant.
There isn't another con. I think that's 3-2. And like it's surveys, he gets marked. Has been really good when it's down to me.
Teamwork. That's what it's about.
It's really bothered him.
I know. Okay, so we're going to move on to stamp duty next. Okay. So first question is going to be for you, Neil. So stamp duty. So the announcement of stamp duty, what's the new proposed date for the stamp duty holiday to actually end?
So they've moved the deadline date from the end of March to the 30th of June. So it's a 3-month extension, essentially. So the original rules apply. So the nil rate banding will stay at 500,000 until the end of June, which is obviously good news for a lot of people that, you know, were potentially struggling to meet the deadline. Just gives people that extra time, takes a bit of pressure off the conveyancers as well. So yeah, really good news.
Okay, and Roger, this language of tapering has been used. What exactly does that mean?
Okay, well, tapering tends to mean an increased value. So as something increases, then the value of your stamp duty increases as well. Much the same as something more expensive costs you more money. The same thing with property as well.
So So this tapering, is that meant to come in from June and then the actual mortgage holiday ends in October, just to clarify?
To avoid the cliff edge, so the current stamp duty holiday obviously will run until the end of June, and then from the beginning of July to the end of September, they're going to introduce a 250,000 nil rate banding, so you don't pay stamp duty on the first 250. So pre stamp duty holiday, that was 125,000. So it still means that there's a saving to be made, but not quite as much as it would be if you're to complete before the end of June.
Okay. And Roger, how will the extension of the stamp duty help with things like conveyancing? And for anybody who doesn't know, can you just explain briefly what conveyancing is?
Okay, well, conveyancing really is the legal terminology for when somebody actually buys a property. So it's making sure that the property is what it is, that the title is good. So what I mean by that is that the title is known and it's defined, and that it's not effectively defective, which means that ownership is passed to the person buying it. So what we're actually finding is that because obviously people rush to do it, we've got a situation that lenders couldn't cope, solicitors couldn't cope, and therefore the public were put in a disadvantaged situation, which is the last thing the industry wants to do. So thereby extending it would hopefully iron out these issues. It could be argued that all we're doing is just actually delaying the inevitable to a date in the future, but I think with a tapering mechanism, it's going to help and edge it out.
Okay, so you know what I'm going to say next. Pros and cons of stamp duty holiday. Roger, you're getting the pros. Neil, you're getting the cons. Are you ready?
Excellent.
Roger, go, pro.
Right, it obviously saves you money.
Con.
There's although there's a saving of obviously 15,000 up until the end of June, the tapering, although it's great, it's only actually going to save people a maximum of 2,500. So it still is a big reduction in saving.
Right.
It gives you more time, which is quite simple. You don't have to rush as much, and obviously allows things to catch up.
Con.
We could still see prices artificially increased as a result of it. So I've already seen house prices increase last year. So this is likely to obviously cause a surge in demand, which can also have a negative impact.
Right.
So if you are looking to buy a new build property, you might well find that the dealing margin for developers has increased, which means that you might actually get a better purchase discount or a better value within your property.
Con.
Oh God. I'm out of cons.
Oh, there you done it. I knew you couldn't get another one. I knew it.
We have to carry it over to next time. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for your time, guys. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I think that's probably it. So same time, same place, same format.
Tuesday. And if anyone wants any further information, our number is below and the website is mtge.uk. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nick.
Thanks.
Cheers.